Everybody that's listening to the show this morning, we're talking about sex trafficking and human trafficking. Okay, I know we ain't doing no jokes. I know we ain't playing your favorite song right now. Now, I want to explain something to you. This could happen to you. It could happen to me. It could happen to anybody that's in this room right now. You in your car right now, and just because your kid got off that bus safe yesterday evening and got on safe this morning does not mean that this cannot happen to you.
Yeah.
Humble yourself. Take this opportunity to not change the station because this might be boring. We are pouring in information, giving you information that you need that ain't nobody else talking about because they're not talking about it on the news. You're not seeing children of color coming up missing on the news, because if she ain't got long, I know they did it for Cupcake, but there's a lot of cupcakes out here.
Yeah.
A lot of babies out here that's missing, young girls or whatever, and I'm nervous because I got nieces and I have daughters. So there are going to be times when we're going to have to do this right here because there's an emergency.
Yeah.
There's a lot of parents sitting at home right now. I want you to think, before we get selfish and be like, they're talking too much. If you would just please consider the parent that's sitting at home right now trying to figure out where her daughter at. You understand what I'm saying? I'm sitting up here about to cry right now. The thought of the essence missing. We can't find Rickey. We can't have you talk to Aaron. Where's Jada?
Yeah.
See, that would, if something happened to Jada, I feel a certain way about one of my nieces. I would die in my sleep. Her, I love her. I'm telling you, man, everybody need to be listening to this show right now. And you need to be going Facebook Live and sharing this information. We are in an emergency. We are under attack. Can't sit here and prank phone call you to death. I can't joke you to death. I can't. If your church ain't doing nothing about sex trafficking, you need to challenge your pastor, please.
Say it.
All y'all big pastors, all y'all here sitting up here talking about prosperity and God and God gonna get. What about this?
Yeah.
At what point is somebody gonna break format in the church service and say, hey, instead of me preaching today, I got Dr. Miles coming in to have a conversation with all of y'all about sex trafficking. Got a church full of kids in here, and we can just take one Sunday. Let's just sing one song and do one prayer, and let's just take one Sunday. I'm challenging every single Pastor Jamal Bryant, Bishop Walker, Pastor Haynes, all of y'all that I know really care about the community, Pastor Bryant, all of y'all. Can y'all please take one Sunday and let's just do our opening prayer. Let's give God to sing one song and take the rest of the service to have somebody to talk about on every platform. I've already started it by doing on the radio. Everybody that got a TV show. I am challenging the ladies on our TV One show, Rashawn, them.
Sister Circle.
I'm challenging Sister Circle. I'm challenging The Real. I'm challenging The View. Yeah. I'm challenging every major church, every single radio show, no matter what morning show, evening show, afternoon show that you're listening to. I am challenging every single Greek organization, every club, every single thing that doing any type of community service to understand that we are under attack. Our children are coming up missing. This could be you and your child.
Absolutely.
So what? We ain't playing a song this morning. I'm sorry. I got a niece that catch the bus and ride the bus to school every day, and I would die if she come up missing. I got one particular niece that I love so much that I would die if somebody asked me, where's Jada? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And yes, I'm trying to scare the hell out of you. Because it is scary. You got little boys and little girls. We got to protect our kids. We got Dr. Cheryl McCullum on the phone. Dr. Cheryl, you wanted to, I apologize. We just got so wrapped up in the conversation. You wanted to say what about the...
Basically what the law enforcement is doing to combat trafficking. First of all, don't apologize to me. Dr. Miles is fierce, and everything you are saying is so important. Honey, just do your thing. Keep talking. But, yes, I want people to know that law enforcement is working. We are actively working with Uber, hotels, airlines, and school resource officers. A lot of times, law enforcement, we got egos. We don't always like to give our information to the federal guys or for state, police. But when it comes to human trafficking of our children, we all work together beautifully. There's no ego involved at all. And I can tell you, you've got officers that are online right now pretending to be underage people. You've got officers undercover right now on airplanes and in hotels trying to catch these people. And, Rickey, I want to throw two things out again so that people do not miss this conversation. It is wonderful to tell women only go places where there's a valet or, get some mace and take a, self-defense class. The reality is the pimps are men.
Yes.
The Johns are men. You take those two things out of the equation, honey, we ain't got sex trafficking. It's done.
Right.
So
it's great to tell women what to do, but dadgummit, the men have got to step up and quit buying women.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. And the majority are men. But I think it's also important that we don't forget women. One of my young ladies who I worked with, her pimp was a female.
Yeah.
A female who had a stroke. She was paralyzed on one side.
What?
So forgive me, coming from South Philly, I'm a little, thank you, Jesus. But the first thing I thought about, I was like, all right, why didn't you just hit her? But again, we have to think about the psychology
grooming
behind pimping, right? The mind control, like I said earlier, the isolation, I'm going to love on you, but then I'm going to beat you up a little bit, but then I'm going to love on you again. The pseudo love. When I tell you, so when we think about trauma not only affects us psychologically, trauma can actually change the physiology of your brain.
Wow.
Think about that.
Right.
When I talk about trauma to people, I tell them, oftentimes the body keeps the score.
Right.
Sometimes we may try to forget, try to walk away from it.
Right.
But it is stored in the body.
Yeah.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
I'm challenging all pastors. Let's see. What this is fourth Sunday coming up.
No,
Yes.
third.
It's third Sunday coming up. So after that, this is the fourth Sunday. Let's say the first Sunday. I need to count. I want to challenge. Okay, it's the 19th. Okay, let's say December the 1st. Is that Sunday, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, December the 1st. I want to challenge all churches to have a service called Safe Sunday. December the 1st. We're going to blow it up on our website. So this is where you can come in and get your one song and let the pastor give you a short word, but take the next hour to have somebody to have a conversation about sex trafficking and human trafficking. A lot of bodies of people go to church every single Sunday.
Yep.
And I want to get, and if your church decide to get involved, you contact Rickey Smiley Facebook page and we will post your church or whatever. Because if you really love people, and you really care about the betterment of the people, you would do the right thing. I already know I ain't even got to challenge Kelvin Bryant. I don't have to challenge Dr. Marcus down there at my other church in Fort Lauderdale at Mount Olive. I don't have to challenge because I already know they're going to be on board. I don't even have to challenge Jamal Bryant because I already know he's going to be on board. But I'm just putting it out there. I need every single church. December the 1st, we're going to make it like a holiday. We're going to have Safe Sunday. We need for your church to advertise Safe Sunday. We're going to put a logo behind it or whatever, and we're going to list all of the churches that's participating, and we want all of those services to go live on Facebook. We got to bring this issue to the community and make this thing larger than life to keep our kids safe.
And if they need a speaker to come in, I've done this at my church plenty of times, Cathedral of Faith. But if they need speakers to come in, I have men, women who could come in and have this conversation. So I'll pass that information along to you, Rickey.
Hey, Pastor E. Dewey. Go ahead, love.
That's what I was gonna say that too. If you want a law enforcement person, reach out to your local police department. They will send somebody that Sunday to be there and to speak as well.
Yeah. Also want to shout out to Pastor E. Dewey Smith Jr.
Yes.
He just, you know him.
Yes, Margie Gill is executive
that
director
you?
of Tampa.
Come in. Why you out there?
Come in.
This is my friend, brother, my pastor, Dr. E. Dewey Smith Jr. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Pastor Dewey just texted me, and so you're at my Atlanta church.
Yes, I am. I'm at the House of Hope Atlanta with Dr. E. Dewey Smith, and it was the vision of Dr. E. Dewey Smith to start Tabitha's House.
Right.
Because our church is situated right there in a hot spot, right off Wesley Chapel. So we have a resource center there, and we take people all day, every day. And that's why I'm running a little bit behind today, because we do the actual escape services.
Wow.
When people want to leave the life, we go out, we get them.
Oh, wow. God
Are
bless
you serious?
Yes, I am.
All right. Hey, so I'm gonna put Pastor Dewey on the spot. I want you to be, since you already got a program going, put your model up, and we're gonna put all this stuff on the website. Mitch, this is serious. This is just as important to me as the Cancer Kids program from Memphis. This is just as important. We need to put this stuff and list these churches on the website. So the first Sunday in December, we're going to have a service called I need every church to give me 1 hour called Safe Sundays.
Yeah.
So you bring all of your kids to church and have somebody in place to train kids. If y'all got videos in your church to show videos, get some prepared videos made, bring all of the kids and teach them how to be safe. Yeah. And Haircraft, we're going to get that information. Haircraft, you're going to be in charge. You're going to find the best tool that these kids can put on them.
I found about 2.
Okay, and so we're going to have that on the website and available. And we're just fighting trafficking.
Can I add another layer to that, too, with your challenge? I want to challenge every church to put something in place. We have to talk about sustainability here. How do we sustain a movement to protect our children and educate them?
Right.
So what are you going to, get funds, create a program, bring a program into your church? Because, again, this cannot be a one-time conversation. Right. We have to talk about sustainability within our own communities.
There has to be a challenge with the parents as well, because
absolutely
not enough parents are taking accountability for their own children. And it starts in your home first.
And it's not just your child, though, because a lot of these young girls that are trafficked are those that don't have anyone at home taking care of them. So it's fine if I take care of me and my 3 kids. But what about that little girl that lives next door? And next door, she's a foster kid, or it's a home that she's in. Yeah. So it's not just take care of yours, but take care of those around you. You see a little kid walking up the street by themselves, or somebody in the grocery store, and she looks like a little girl and shouldn't be by herself. Say something. Go get someone. It's okay to be a little nosy.
Right.
Well, I think the deeper, darker thing, though, that you got to address, though, is we as a society got to pull back a little bit from sex culture as a whole.
Yeah.
We desensitize sex. Yeah. We desensitize sex so much, from whether you're looking at porn on your phone, whether you're throwing money at a strip club. You know what I'm saying? Because in order for there to be trafficking even happening, it's fulfilling a need that someone has.
Right.
Yes.
So if we can quell and quench the needs, or because it's an illness,
right?
You know what I'm saying? There's some people who cannot go a day without looking at some form of gratuitous nudity,
right?
And you know what I'm saying? And that's a sickness within itself. So we got to figure out a way to cure that part of people, so this other thing doesn't become necessary to even fulfill that.
Yeah. But it's happening everywhere, even as you go up the political chain. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than us.
Because they drunk with power and got unlimited money, and they could do whatever they want.
And just like the agent just said, that these girls are being bought. So there are different parties, private events by high officials that are going, and these girls are brought to these parties.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
Y'all want to know the best day? The busiest day we have for sex trafficking? Super Bowl Sunday.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Why?
Yeah, because I've been in airports and seen obvious entertaining dancers headed to that city. And I tell you what, Go sit up in Atlanta airport and watch and just walk up and down the terminal and watch what happens Super Bowl weekend. You can look and tell who's going all the way down there Super Bowl and what they're going for because you know they don't have tickets to the game.
No question about it.
I've seen it for years. So
Rickey,
ma'am,
what about the big ball we used to have here in Atlanta, Pimps and Hoes? We used to have a ball where they would walk into these large, gorgeous hotels strutting their women.
The Players Ball.
Yeah, we're going to go to break. We're coming right back. We're going to do a last break and a last plea to do the right thing. And I really appreciate everybody taking this time listening. Thank y'all for allowing us this platform to do what's right, to try to get rid of some of these. Because this stuff up and down my timeline on Facebook and Instagram is just absolutely scary. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show. We're talking about sex trafficking and human trafficking coming up. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.